if you're a shed dealer that's using Facebook Marketplace to sell sheds and you're having a hard time getting people that are ghosting you, getting them to give you their email addresses or their phone numbers, getting them to just sell buildings, then I built a ChatGPT custom GPT to solve the problem about, what should you say, how should you say it, and how to be able to get email addresses. So this custom GPT is designed to mimic that conversation and to make sure that it's asking qualifying questions. And you can literally have this right beside you on Marketplace over here, and the responses that you're getting, you paste it into the GPT, it'll spit out an answer. You just go ahead and put that answer back into Marketplace and just keep going back and forth until it's optimized. It's optimized to get that email address and that phone number. All right. So let me just show you what I mean. I'm going to jump into our screen and give you a real life example of what this looks like. All right. This custom GPT is called the Digital Shed Marketplace Responder. And in any type of marketplace setting, when you post a building, typically the response is going to be, "Hi, is this still available?" Yes, it's still available. And it responds with saying, "Where would you need delivery?" This is a qualifying question that removes tire kickers. All right, it's proven and it works very well. So where would you need delivery? So I'll just put in any town. All right, this is perfect. Yeah, Gander is included. What would you be using the building for? You notice that it answers a question and now it's asking a question, okay? So this is the qualifying question side. So what would you be using the building for? I was going to say general storage. General storage. I'm going to also say, how much is it? For general storage, the right size can make a big difference in price. What size of building would interest you? How big do you make? I'm 10 by 10. How big do you make? I'm thinking of a 10 by 10. We build 8s, 10s, 12s, and 14s. A 10 by 10 is a popular size for general storage. Would you want double doors or a roll-up garage door? Again, it's asking a qualifying question. What's the price? I'm just going to go ahead and ask a basic question. Okay, so it says for a 10 by 10, general storage is typically this kind of a price range depending on the styles, doors, and windows and finish. Would you want any windows? And okay, so again, it's asking qualifying questions. Yes. 2 windows. Perfect. Would you want a regular peak roof or a lofted style barn roof? I'm going to say lofted barn roof. Good choice. How soon? So it says good choice. The lofted barn gives you extra storage space and above. How soon are you looking to get into a building like this? Again, that's another key question right there. How soon are you looking to get into a building like this? In 3 weeks. In 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks. Tell me where it works well. I'll put that together in the details. Okay, with the 2 windows. Now, what email can I send that to? All right. So that's the key type of question. So you can say it like, what email address? No, what's your email address? Or you could say, what email can I send that to? It's a small difference in wording, but huge difference in results. All right, I'll just tell them my email address. Perfect. I'll send that over with the 2 windows over to this email address. All right, so there we go. So now this here, we got optimized for the email address. We're gonna go now and create the quote, put it together, send it over to the email, and now we're off to the races. So this is a really cool tool. You can have, like I said, right beside you where you're working, and you got your chat going on over here, your messenger chat. And if you kind of get to a spot where they're like asking kind of strange questions, especially if they're always trying to get to price first, plop it into the GPT, and see what it says, and then it can help navigate through some of those questions. But basically, the main thing is that it's going to be optimized. It's optimized so that you can get that contact details. So you can get an email address and you can also get a phone number. But the main thing is that it takes the conversation off of Messenger, and that's where conversions are going to happen when you can put them into your own system. This GPT makes engaging on Messenger so much simpler, which will allow you to be able to ask those qualifying questions. If you would like to try this GPT out, just go ahead and message in the comments and I'll shoot you a link over so you can give it a try. This is Caleb Becker here with Digital Shed, and I wish you all the best in selling more sheds.